Good morning, people. For today's video, we're going to take a look at the new home base status report. Like always, I will leave a link to it in the description if you want to go check it out. But before we take a look at it, I did want to show the new Save the World starter pack, which was leaked on Twitter. Apparently it includes this person whose name is Colby, and the description says it's her world, we just live in it. Part of the fully realized set, and it's going to be introduced in chapter 3 season 4. But yeah, that's what the skin looks like. Here's what the back bling looks like. It's called Tether 128, and the description says latest generation VR AR game system, part of the fully realized set, introduced in chapter 3 season 4. And we're also going to get a harvesting tool for the Save the World starter pack, and these are called Thrasher grips, and the description says for the true hands-on experience, part of the fully realized set, introduced in chapter 3 season 4. Like always, the new starter pack will give you access to Save the World, and you'll also get a chance to earn up to 1500 V-Bucks by completing Save the World daily quest. So yeah, just wanted to show y'all that because it wasn't mentioned in the home base status report. There was also a V-Buck mission added with today's update. It's a power level 64 category 3, so you may want to knock that out. Anyways, when it comes to the status report, the first thing they said was even though Hexylvania is making its ghostly exit soon, the chills are just getting started with the return of the Winterfest Venture Season on November 20th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern. As the Hexylvania Venture Season finishes, make sure you complete all your questing, including that in the Eye of the Brainstorm questline to unlock your newest hero Brainstorm, and the Pulse Pounder and Shooting Star weapons. Also, complete your alien weapon set by grabbing the Plasmatic Discharger and Third Rail from the event store before November 20th at 7 p.m. So if you're missing any of these heroes or weapons from the event store, if you still need to get to level 50 in the Venture Zone, or if you still have any Fort Nightmares quest lines, you're going to want to complete them before November 20th because they'll all disappear after then. The next thing they went over was the update in regards to Battle Pass XP you can earn and Save the World. It says with today's update, we've added a new source of Battle Pass XP to Save the World. Specifically, this includes both daily, and you can see the Battle Pass XP now too. I didn't even notice that. So apparently you get 32,000 XP for daily quests. It also includes weekly quests, which I sort of already completed mine this week, but you should see Battle Pass XP rewards for these as well. Once they add Frost Night on the 20th, you'll be able to earn Battle Pass XP from the Frost Night dailies and weekly challenges once those become available. You can also get Battle Pass XP from dungeon dailies. Looks like you get 48,000 XP for that. And these can be completed within like 4 to 5 minutes, so that's actually pretty good. It's also been added to Hit the Road daily and weekly challenges, which we won't see for a while. And apparently there's going to be new daily endurance quests. I actually don't see a daily endurance quest on here, but yeah, once it's added, you'll be able to get Battle Pass XP from that. And then they said, because we've shifted the majority of XP source to quest, you'll notice a reduced amount of XP earned from mission badges, but on average, we expect players will earn Battle Pass XP more quickly than before. To maximize your XP earned, prioritize completing the available daily and weekly quests. So yeah, I don't have the values for each of the individual missions, but I do know that the daily cap is 517,000 XP in total. Although the missions did sort of take a nerf, you'll still be able to earn up to 100,000 XP from regular missions, and you can earn up to 417,000 from weekly quests, dailies, and event quests. So the cap has been increased, but it looks like you're going to get majority of your XP from weeklies, dailies, and event quests instead of from regular missions like before. But yeah, like I said, as soon as we get an updated list, we'll be sure to take a look at it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about being able to get Battle Pass XP from dailies and weekly challenges, as well as Endurance, Hit the Road, Dungeon, and Frost Night challenges. The next thing they said was the Winterfest Venture Season makes its return. The Winterfest Venture Season starts November 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. The return of Winterfest also brings the return of the Super Heroic modifier, which gives each class super heroic benefits, further strengthening their style of play. This modifier applies in the Flannel Falls Venture Zone and does not apply in normal campaign zones or Frost Night. For soldiers, this will be the perfect modifier to enhance those headshots. The damage of headshots is doubled, and you'll benefit from reduced cooldowns when eliminating Husk with ranged weapons. accuracy is key. For constructors, the one downside of building is that it uses up your hard-earned materials, right? Well, that problem is reduced with this modifier. Building will cost fewer materials, and on top of that, this modifier gives kinetic overload a lower cooldown and greater impact. For ninjas, a healthy blend of melee and ability weaving will be key with this modifier. Focus your efforts on ability eliminations to gain increased melee damage and attack speed. Use this to your advantage, as melee eliminations also reduce your ability cooldowns. You'll gain double the shadow stance stats with this modifier, so get in their faces and show them who's boss. For Outlanders, it's time for some punching, as anti-material charge will have no cost during this venture season. For all you teddy slingers out there, you'll benefit from a free fragment every 50 seconds along with increased ability damage. And for everyone, the winter winds have increased the husk resistance to trap and weapon damage, so get ready to build a squad that can hold its own. I'll leave a link to a video in the description that shows some of the best loadouts you can use for this venture season, as well as go over some tips and tricks. Yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the description if you'd like to know more about it. But the last thing they went over were Frost Night challenges. The first one we're going to get is called Frosty Turf Challenge. Starting on November 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern, take on the Frosty Turf Frost Night Challenge. The weather will be extremely frigid for this weekend Frost Night. Don't get cold feet as you think about the slower trap reloads and stepping on snow. For overcoming the Frosty Turf Challenge, you'll unlock tank and a unique banner. So here's a picture of the banner that you're going to be able to get once you complete the Frosty Turf Challenge. And here's the hero that you'll get from that challenge. We have reviewed Sergeant Tank before. I'll leave a link to that review in the description. But yeah, I'll go ahead and load in and show you all what his ability does. And the way his commander perk works is whenever you use your Going Constructor ability and block 8 attacks, it'll deal 128 base damage to enemies within a half tile. And this is sort of what that looks like. Again, not one of the best constructors in my opinion, but you still may want to get them, at least for your collection book. And again, you'll be able to get them from the Frosty Turf Challenge. So yeah, here's what the Frost Night music pack sounds like. And here's what the Frost Night loading screen looks like. And again, you'll be able to get both of these by completing your Frost Night quest. So yeah, that starts on November 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Anyways, they then went on to say, survive the bitter cold in Frost Night. Beginning on November 20th at 7 p.m., venture out and keep the burner filled with scavenged blue glow. If it runs out, things get real cold real quick. As the burner health decreases, the storm shield shrinks, so fill her up. The Krampus smashers who dwell in these cold regions are dangerous but worth the fight. Why? They drop some much needed blue glow. Check your quest log for Frost Night rewards, such as the loading screen, music pack, and be on the lookout for weekly challenges in the coming weeks. Holiday llamas will be returning on November 20th as well. And it says here, the llama looks cold on the outside, but it is filled with festive heroes and weapons that will warm up home base. Those holiday llamas will include holiday heroes, or at least the ones that say it can be earned through winter llamas. So that includes Ted, as well as Demolisher Jonesy. You can also get Sergeant Winter from the holiday llamas and Jolly Headhunter. You can also get Warden Kyle, Alchemist Sarah, and Fragment Flurry Jess. The rest of these you'll be able to get from quest lines and the event store. And when it comes to holiday weapons, you'll be able to get the Blizzard Blitzer, as well as Ralphie's Revenge. You'll also be able to get the Contender Club melee weapon, as well as the Supersonic Slasher. And those were the only weapons that said they could be earned from the holiday llamas. And I'm pretty sure we've reviewed like all of these weapons and heroes. I'll leave a link to all those reviews in the description as well. Next thing they went over was Sub-Zero Zenith. And it says here, Sub-Zero Zenith's standard perk Icy Hot applies water affliction on sniper crit hits. His commander perk Icy Shot Plus allows you to freeze enemies for a short duration and apply water affliction on sniper critical hits. You can also decrease the duration of the elemental status effects with his team perk Shake It Off. What the hell's going on with my minigun? Bro, what the? And this is definitely a hero I would recommend getting and maxing out, because he's one of the best heroes when it comes to freezing mist monsters. And not only that, you'll also get the Shake It Off team perk. And this is the only way you can get the team perk, is by getting Sub-Zero Zenith. It doesn't tell us how to get him in the home base status report, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be available in the event store on November 20th. So yeah, make sure you get him, people. And the last thing they went over was major bug fixes. And it says here a number of important bug fixes were included in today's patch. But the plasmatic discharger now has the correct weapon type launcher, which you can see here. It now says explosive weapon. So I just want to make sure that the perks actually work. Right now our crit chance is at 5%. And if we changed it to crit rating, it bumped it up to 33%. So it does look like the perks work now. So it'll no longer work on the Storm King's Horns after today. They also fixed an issue with the Sunbeam Gravedigger Head Splitter perk that caused the perk scaling to produce more damage than intended. This fix is not designed to nerf the weapon, but to fix the scaling issue that occurred as players progressed later in game. We never actually tried that out, but I did see a little bit of gameplay of that. I believe they're talking about this perk right here where headshot eliminations cause an explosion. It basically worked very similar to a Nocturno. Apparently that's been fixed with today's update. Brainstorm is now compatible with the Trick and Treat team perk. And they also fixed an issue in which keybinds for riding wildlife could not be set correctly. Keybinds must be set outside of a mission. We're currently working on fixing an issue that's preventing wildlife riding keybinds from being set while in a mission. And that sums up everything that was in the home base status report. Like I said, I will leave links to tip videos for both Frost Knight as well as tips for the Flannel Falls Adventure Zone. I'll leave a link to both of those in the description along with the home base status report. But yeah, that sums up everything we're going to go for this one. Let me know what you think about today's update in the comments below. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and thanks for watching.